moving past this, man, we got the injury report. We got things going. Leroy Jordan tribute, man. Let's get to it, Jackson. Let's talk about Leroy Jordan, brother.
Man, it was like, dude was a legend at Alabama football in the 1960s. Like 1961, he took part in that that monumental Bama defense shutting out 6 opponents in that national title year. Like that was humongous. Like, and the only close games that happened in 1961 were 9-0 over Tulane, 10-3 over Arkansas in that 1962 Sugar Bowl. Like, you had some monsters on that Bama defense, and Leroy Jordan was a monster as he was on the second team All SEC and, the first team SEC for 1962. And, he was a great dude to see on and off the field. And, I kept thinking about like the past Bama Grace Games VHS tapes I had on where he talked about how, when you teamed up with Pat Trammell, he had that fire and enthusiasm and how it was important throughout the 1961 season. And, they always like talked about, Bear Bryant, and all those guys. Like it was just like, holy crap. And, it's like, I know a lot of people think of Leroy Jordan as the Dallas Cowboy, but to me, he's always known as a Crimson Tide man. And, it's like, it was a sad day when we found out he passed away, but he's going to be getting to hang out with Pat Trammell again up in heaven. That's for sure. And he's going to be hanging out with Coach Bryant.
Hey. Absolutely. I think a couple cool things about Leroy Jordan is, for one, you have that era of the AFL, NFL, right before the merger and everything. And it's like he was drafted in both. He was drafted in the AFL and he was drafted in the NFL, which is kind of funny. I think that is a really cool thing. Obviously played in, NFL with Cowboys, but that's cool. And also he was small. I mean, he was like 6'1", 220 in the NFL. He was one of the smallest middle linebackers in the NFL at that time. And even now, I mean, that's not typical size for a middle linebacker, and yet he was still a beast. He was still so incredible in college and in the NFL, despite being undersized. So yeah, it's just a tribute to how great of a player he was in college and in the pros. Had a great career, and it's a shame that he passed away, but definitely lived a long, fantastic life. And I agree with Jackson. He's up in heaven for sure.
Oh yeah,
with the greats.
Very, very good.
I always loved watching the interviews, like those past interviews of him in the 90s. He had that kind of mean. He wasn't trying to look mean, but it's just you could tell he had to show that mean face on offensive linemen and running backs and quarterbacks. There's like, oh, I don't want to get on that old man's bad side. I mean, I'm not getting on his bad side either. That's for sure. I don't think Bryce Underwood or a few of the quarterbacks nowadays would like going up against Leroy Jordan. No. He'd chill him up.
That was an era where you didn't have targeting and all of those things, protecting players. So a lot of players these.
Oh, man. Like, he was a main one. But like you said, Coach, you didn't have the targeting back then. Uh-oh. What happened there, Coach?
Let me go out and come back in. I don't know what's going on with the signal, Jackson, but it's getting pretty glitchy over here.
Okay. Yeah, I've had so many issues myself with internet, so I understand.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, it's the first of the month. No, it's Labor Day. Come on.
Hey, but yeah, so check this out, man. Man, listen, I you know what, this ain't the show for it. I'll wait. But anyways, rest in peace to Leroy Jordan, man. We all know what type of impact he had on Alabama football. His legacy there going to continue to live on. Like you said, offensive lineman, linebacker. Back in those days, man, that's how you know college football has changed. You how many linebackers going to be able to play both sides of the ball at those two positions and be successful, especially with the way the space game is playing. But that's a testament to the physicality that Leroy imposed, like you said, Jeffrey. I'm not going to sit here and act like I got to see film. We're just talking about hearsay from a guy at the age of 35. You know, just hearing names. My dad talking about, you know, not being a Cowboys fan, but almost being a Cowboys fan because of guys like Leroy Jordan. You know, coming from Bama. So, it's a
30
sad day.
Oh man, like I was looking at a stat from the '63 Orange Bowl. Leroy Jordan had 31 tackles. Like I'm not even joking when I'm reading this. 31 tackles in the 1963 Orange Bowl with President Kennedy in attendance. Like holy crap. 31 tackles. You're not going to see those kind of stats in today's age.
No.
Oof. And Dr. Mari Drake CMO says Leroy and the Hanna brothers ate teams for dinner.
Well, tribute to him, man. R.I.P. Mr. Leroy Jordan died, passed away at 84 years old, man. That's a good life. Talking about having an illustrious football career, being able to retire on your terms, go and settle down and set up a legacy for your family. I really became hip to the name when I was stationed at Fort Hood, Texas, man. And being able to be in Dallas, you know, college football in general in Texas is something that's just honored amongst the state, across the whole state of Texas. So you have any type of legacy, NFL legacy or anything like that with businesses, they usually are doing they're very successful in the state of Texas just because of your connection to the football. So I'm glad to see that. But y'all keep his family in your thoughts and prayers. I'm pretty sure that they're at peace about this, like we should be. Somebody that lived an illustrious life, and Alabama, someone that was born in Alabama, that grew up in Alabama, represent the University of Alabama, and in true professional fashion, and carried the legacy past his time in playing at Alabama. So thank you, Mr. Leroy Jordan. Prayers up for him and his family, and we appreciate how you represent the University of Alabama. Now,